All right, I got some updates. My name's Greg, and you're watching How to Play Paintball. So before we get started, I want to say a thank you to Second Skull for sponsoring this video. I've been using the Second Skull for a while, and now they have this headband. So this is going to be coming out pretty soon. What I really like about it is that there aren't any tails that can get shot. I had this happen actually playing against Seattle Thunder. I still remember this point that I was, it was a one-on-one, and I just had to burn time. So I was doing what I was supposed to do, but I probably over-battled. That aside, when I was coming back into the bunker, the ball came past my head and then hit the tail, or the end piece of the headband, and ended up breaking on there. So what I like with this is that it's essentially kind of like a sweatband, but it has a good cushion on it. So that way, if you get shot in the forehead, you're not going to be, you don't have a huge welt on your forehead when you go back to work. And also, I'm still using my Second Skull, the Pro model. So yeah, you guys need to go check them out if you haven't already. Okay, so one of the updates that I wanted to give, and I didn't do a video on this because I had some other ones planned, and I'm going to get into something else of why I had these other ones planned, was that I have a Patreon now. So if you guys wanted to, I don't want you to feel like you need to go and do this, but it's going to be up to you. But basically, I have a couple different levels, and I want to explain what those levels are because it looks kind of weird at first. So there's a $5 a month level. That's just basically a basic support. So that's something that you can have a recurring payment. And it's just a thank you for the videos and all of that. And then there's a $10 a month one, and basically that's where I'm going to be getting my first video ideas. So if you want me to do a video on a certain bunker or something like that, those are the first ones I'm going to be pulling from, are those $10 supporters. So that's what that level is, and that's what you're going to be getting with that. So you're going to be able to basically tell me, here's what I want you to do a video on. I'll go ahead and do that, and that way it helps you guys out with your game. You can tell me exactly what it is that you need help with, and then we'll go from there. The last level that we have is going to seem kind of daunting, and I wanted to explain it. So the last level that we have is a $50 level. Now, don't freak out with that, because basically what this is a virtual clinic. What you're going to be able to do is once a month send me up to 30 minutes of footage of you playing. And what I'm going to do is critique it, and I'm going to send you that footage just to you. It's not going to go to anyone else. So that way you can go ahead and kind of learn from, okay, here's what I could have done different in this situation, kind of like what I do with my self-playing critiques. But also if you have someone filming you from the outside, it's not like a GoPro like I do, then I'm going to be able to help you out with your form, things like that. So essentially, it's like having me do a clinic without me actually being there. So I know some of you guys are out of Florida, or you're not able to travel, things like that. This is a way that you can still get that extra assistance, and yeah, you're able to improve your game virtually, essentially. So those are all the three different levels. So thank you. I already have one person, Eric, that is supporting and has been supporting since I started the Patreon. So thank you for that. So thank you in advance to other Patreons that will be supporting. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. It's crazy. I think we're just under 12,000 subscribers. So the channel keeps growing. Thank you so much for that, guys. All right, now, so for the other news, why is it that I had a couple videos that were all planned and they weren't really updated or whatever? Well, reason being is that my son was born on January 31st, so I wanted to have videos ready so that way I didn't have to worry about that. I could focus on those first couple weeks with him and my wife, making sure that she's taken care of, making sure that he's taken care of. So he already has an ML Kings onesie, so he's ready to go play. He has the Montalvo on the back and the 00, so he's just like his dad, maybe, I don't know. So I wanted to tell you guys that. So he's been healthy, mom is healthy as well. Yeah, so it's great to have him a part of our world now. So the other thing that I wanted to mention was actually the SPL layout for the Georgia Open. I can't remember what they're calling it, maybe Peach State Open or something like that. So the Social Paintball League, you can see I'm actually on that layout. Someone had asked me on Instagram, hey, can you help me out with kind of breaking the field down? Well, I was able to actually get out onto the field. So I'm going to be doing a self-playing critique, and then later on, if you guys wanted, you can just put it in the comments that you want the raw footage as well, and I can put that up. But that way, I try to play every position on the field. You can learn from my mistakes, things that I was doing, why I did them, things that work, things that don't work, stuff like that. So that's going to be coming out next. And then the next thing that's going to be coming out is on Wednesday is the NXL Las Vegas Open 2020 layout. So I'm going to be going through, do a breakdown, kind of my first impressions of the layout. You guys have seen it before. I'll go through, draw the lines, try to figure out lanes, just try to figure out, all right, what is it that maybe we could do, and try to figure those things out. And then of course the next week after that, you'll have the self-playing critique, the raw footage from that, and then the week after that, you'll have my final thoughts on the layout before the tournament actually begins. So that's the video. I just want to give you guys an update on that. I will have those other videos coming up, so it's not just going to be this. Thank you again to Second Skull. Be sure to go and check out their website. Whether you just get the skull cap and use a headband, or if you get this headband, which should be coming out soon, but they do have another version of this where it still has the same good cushion. Still going to be protecting you, and it is a little bit bouncy, so you might get a couple extra bounces, so that way you might get that second life, kind of like what you get with your elbow pads sometimes. But yes, thank you to them for supporting the channel, and it's cool to see outside companies coming into paintball. Thank you again to everyone that's been supporting since day one, or even if you just started supporting yesterday. So thank you again so much for that, guys, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. But as always, remember, watch,